What's up, Team Buckhouse? Johnathan Buckhouse here, and it's time for another resort review. This is the video series where we go to a brand new ski resort, we absolutely rip it, we shred it, we explore it, we see what it has to offer, then we come back here and we give the resort a score from 0 to 100, and I tell you guys who this resort is for. Now, the way we're gonna get the score from 0 to 100 is by going over 10 categories, each category getting a score from 0 to 10. 0 is not applicable, meaning we don't have it at all. 1 is terrible, 5 is average, and 10 is best in the world. And today we're covering Mount Brighton in Michigan. Now, Mount Brighton has a vertical of 1,330 feet, a vertical drop of 230 feet, 130 skiable acres, and that's why you guys should hit the subscribe button, and let's jump into our first category. Now, lift prices coming in at $65 for the weekend or $50 for the weekday, as well as it's on the Epic Pass. This mountain is owned by Vail. It is an incredible price to come ride this resort, so I gave it a 6 when it came to lift prices. With the Epic Pass, it's hard not to give them just that extra point because I do believe the Epic Pass is the best deal in skiing and snowboarding when it comes to season passes. So they get a 6 when it comes to lift prices. Now, lodging, sadly they don't have any ski in and ski out, but we did stay at a hotel that was like 2 minutes away, and on their website, and we only give this score when they do this, they do have a lodging option with all the nearby hotels and stuff like that. So even though they don't own any lodges or anything, they do have a list of all the close nearby resorts for you guys, which is awesome. So I gave them a 1. We always give a 1 for the effort. Now, ease of access, how easy is it to get to this ski resort? And coming in at almost an hour drive from the Detroit airport, it's not that hard to get there, but flying in and getting there, once again, you get about an hour drive. So when it came to ease of access, I gave them a 6. I mean, it's in the middle of Michigan, like it's not gonna be hard to get to, but if you were to fly in and ride, it is an hour away. Now, I know what you're thinking, why did I come ride Mount Brighton in Michigan? And the reason why is it's on the Epic Pass. Now, the real reason why is I have a goal to ride every resort in the United States, and the way you guys can track that progress is by going to resortskimaps.com. This is a map of every resort in the United States, and all the green resorts are the ones we've ridden. You can click on them and watch the videos there. If you click any of the red ones, nothing's gonna happen because we haven't been there yet. So click the top right-hand corner, you can see our calendar for the upcoming season. Take time off of work, see if we're coming to your resort, and come ride with me because that's one of my most favorite things ever. We had so many kids come rip with us at Mount Brighton. It was like the coolest experience ever. So if you want to make it in a vlog, show me around, all kinds of stuff like that, try to find me on the mountain in the best way. The easiest way is by checking out resortskimaps.com and checking out our schedule, as well as when we ride with the locals. They show us what's good, they make the time better, tell us what food to eat, things like that, and that's what makes these reviews better. So thank you guys.
Thanks for showing us that. That was sick.
Hit up the comments too though and make the review better. What did I miss? Where's the best place to eat? Where's the best place to stay? Things like that. But check out resortskimaps.com. You can waste an hour or more there. Literally, it's every resort in the United States, and if you're riding Mount Brighton, you probably have an Epic Pass. You can literally organize resortskimaps.com by epic resorts, so you can see which resorts you want to ride with your Epic Pass. All right, resortskimaps.com. Check it out. Now, lifts, we gotta get up the mountain, and they have 5 chair lifts and 7 surface lifts. A surface lift is like a tow rope, carpet, things like that. So there's plenty of ways to get up the mountain. And so when we were ripping around, we rode their lifts a bunch, we rode their tow ropes a bunch, and the lifts and the tow ropes, like nothing fancy, it's your very traditional ones. No gondolas, no chalets, nothing crazy there. So I give them a 4 when it came to lifts. Now, runs though, are they sick? We want to get, well, that's why we're here. We want to ride our snowboards, we want to ride our skis, and for runs, I give them a 3. They do have 24 trails, but they're kind of just meh. No tree riding, nothing like that. There is like 1 steep run, which is kind of fun and scary and icy, but like overall, it's just meh. So for when it came to runs, I give them a 3 for the runs. Now, terrain park, I was not expecting a tow rope park like this, and it blew my mind. The park was sick. It's a tow rope park. It felt so much like Highland. Literally all Highland vibes there. They did have 2 big kickers as well, and just overall, like once again, it was a Highland vibe, but it would feel like it was a little dumbed down from Highland. The features were all nicer than Highlands, but overall, it just wasn't a crazy amount of features. You could definitely get bored. It wasn't as like long as Highland Hills. I know I'm comparing it to Highland, but literally I was like, dude, this place is like Highland. Like the closest vibe to Highland Hills that I've ever gotten. And overall, like I said, it was a good park. Features were built well. So I give it a 4 when it comes to park, but the riders there were incredible. Once again, it's just that tow rope Midwest kids getting so many laps, like they were getting so good. Now, if you guys are enjoying this video and you want to support the dream, consider snagging an Evolution sticker. You can throw it on the side of your helmet, let everyone know you're part of Team Buckhouse. We do have a ski version for all the skiers out there, and that goes for all of our merch, guys. And the reason why it's important to snag one of these stickers or any of our merch, guys, is how we fund all the traveling to ride every resort in the United States. So guys, thank you so much for snagging all the merch. If you do snag it, tag me on my Instagram and I'll give you guys gear and sticker shoutouts in the vlogs. Now, food, we're gonna get hungry. We're gonna wanna eat on the mountain, and they got their typical like lodge food, the epic food type thing, you know what I'm saying? So I gave them a 5 when it came to food, nothing fancy. Views and scenery, how sick is it on the mountain? You know, we're probably in the highest area around, and it's meh. Like, there's nothing that really stood out to me with the views and scenery. I basically didn't even remember it. So I gave them a 2 when it came to views and scenery. It's just their typical Midwest view. At the top, there is a 360 view, which does give bonus points, but overall, it's meh. Now, employees, we all know we've had an incident with Vail Resort owned employees.
You, snowboard!
The Keystone Mountain safety incident, you can check that video out right here. And that is why we cover employees and not snow conditions, because employees can absolutely ruin your day on the mountain, or they can absolutely make your day on the mountain. So we go over employees, not snow conditions. And for these Vail owned employees, they got a 5. I will say the gift shop ladies were actually very, very nice, but overall, like, we didn't have any bad or good experience with any of the employees. Actually, I changed my mind. The rental shop dudes watched the channel, and those dudes were rad as well. So actually, I'm gonna bump up the employee score, now that I'm thinking about it, to a 6 instead of a 5. But sure, I gotta make sure I up the last score of the video too. But yeah, 6 for employees. Those dudes were awesome. Now, the last category, the would I go back factor, because if I want to go back to a ski resort, why would I recommend it to you guys? And so when it came to Mount Brighton, I gave them an 8 on the would I go back, because I'd absolutely go back. This place was super fun. All the dudes were super like stoked, like the kids and everything, the vibe, the energy. Once again, it was like Highland Hills, and like a vibe like that in a terrain park where everyone's mobbing, everyone's stoked that you're there. Like, it's so contagious, and I absolutely loved it. So an 8 on the would I go back. Now, if you're enjoying this video series, or you want to see if I reviewed your ski resort, check out the resort review playlist, or once again, go back to resortskimaps.com, and there's a list of all the resort review scores on resortskimaps.com. Now, the score from 0 to 100, plus the one I added in this video, Mount Brighton got a smash like a 44, which is super awesome. A little below average, but once again, this is such a small, tiny hill in the Midwest of Michigan. Like, 44 is incredible. I had a ton of fun there ripping around, and the most important thing isn't the score, but it's who is this resort for? And this resort is for park shredders, like hardcore park shredders, not beginner, like you want to fight for the tow rope and run over by kids, and just like the toughest of the toughest park riders, and beginner families. It's a great place for beginners to come out and learn everything like that. So with that, Team Buckhouse, thank you so much for shredding with me today, and as always, thanks for watching. Keep evolving. We'll see you tomorrow with another video, because it is daily on this snowboard channel.